Uh, hey viewers, how are you doing? Welcome back. You are watching WarGamingTV and my name is the Rage God. I welcome you all to my channel. So today in this video we are gonna do some we're gonna look at the trailer of Warhammer 3. Basically, like, it's not a trailer really, it's kind of a teaser. So I just realized they released 2 more videos. Wow, that is awesome. So we're gonna check this out. Azir Stirs, Heat the Heavens, Sigmar Protect. We're gonna check out all of these 3 and we're gonna try to decode or review like what CA wants us to know from these trailers and stuff. And I'm watching these for the first time, so this is also kind of like reaction kind of stuff. But yeah, let's do that. And definitely I'm gonna purchase Warhammer 3. I already have Warhammer 1 and 2. I do live streams of those games, Warhammer 2 basically, not 1. But definitely gonna buy this game and can't wait for it to release, you know. It's really amazing. If you don't know, like, let me show you the map. By the way, let me clear the history first, you know. Just a sec. Boom. History clear. Thank goodness I remembered this. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, let me explain you why this is a big deal first for all the people. I guess let's look at the trailer first, teaser trailer, whatever, and then we will talk about what exactly is new in Warhammer 3 and all the related stuff. Just a sec. Okay, so this one was released 3 days ago. I saw some of the reviews and reactions of other YouTubers, but I didn't check out the trailer. I didn't get the time. So right now we're gonna check out this one. Azir Stirs.
Heed the heavens, the grand Theogenist demands. Azir stirs. Yes. As wind is wanton to do, magic or otherwise. I am tired and drunk on rage. My eyes seek to make a fool of me.
Silent.
And a fool I am made. Grungis Baldric, revered by soldiers.
Okay, shit, sorry. Let me look at it.
Is wanton to
Let me look at it again.
heed the heavens, the grand Theogenist demands. Azir stirs.
So he's saying heed the heavens, the grand Theogenist demands. Grand Theogenist of the Empire is telling the people to look at the heavens, know the signs.
Yes. As wind is wanton to do, magic or otherwise. I am tired and drunk on rage.
I'm tired and drunk on rage. My eyes seek to make a fool of me.
My eyes seek to make a fool of me. And a fool I am made. Grungis Baldric, revered by soldiers.
So he's saying wind of magic or magic whatever always tries to do its stuff, mischievous stuff or whatever. And he was fooled by the signs. Because first he was thinking like he was looking at, I think many people didn't cover this. I don't know why. But he was saying that he was made a fool by the magic. He was thinking that he was looking at Sigmar's comet, but it was actually Grungis Baldric, which is basically like, what can you say, astronomical sign. You know, like we have astronomical signs, Aries, Taurus, etc. So Warhammer world has their own signs. Let's check out that. Grungy's, what was that? Grungy's Baldric. Basically, I know a little bit about this stuff. Grungy's Baldric means Grunge Baldric, sorry. Grungy's Baldric. What do you mean Grunge Baldric? It basically this sign, what do you call this? This sign means war, soldiery, and all that kind of stuff. It's also very important to dwarves because it's grungy. So he says, Grungy's Baldric, revered by soldiers, dwarves, and dimwits aplenty. So he basically, to the empire, magic is just something only fools believe in, or something like that.
Dwarfs and dimwits aplenty.
Okay, that was not really helpful, to be honest. This teaser, like, yeah. But Grungy's Baldric, let's see, sometimes spelled as Grungnis, is one of the star signs of the old world. It is a sign of martial pursuits, appears as a dwarf with a baldric, and is in ascendance during the late spring or early summer. People born under it are known to be disciplined, honorable, and skilled at arms. Grungy's Baldric is a sacred sign of reference to dwarf and soldiers. It signifies excellent at arms, skills in battle, and discipline. As such, many lords start their summer campaigns with great feast beneath this constellation. Those born under this sign tend to take soldiery very seriously. They fanatically hone their skills and live rigid lifestyles to defend themselves. So I think basically what this teaser, the sign, why this appeared at this time, I think CA, or basically not CA, let's talk about the mage or whatever he's called. He is basically telling us that the sign is telling us to, I think this means prepare for war. And prepare for war can only mean one thing. Either it's going to be Warhammer 3, I think it's already confirmed, you can see here, Warhammer 3 teaser, demons and etc. So also one thing, these demons, I'm gonna come at that one, because you will realize, you see these demons in Warhammer world, those small demon puppets or whatever they're called, their heads are shaped like that, Grungy's Baldric. You see this? So I think this is what the mage means. So he's saying like the dimwits and the dwarfs and others take it as a sign of soldiery and discipline and honor and war because they are fools. This means something else. I think this is what he is trying to say. This can actually mean that these guys also look like the demons from Warriors of Chaos or whatever they're called, Demons of Chaos, because I've seen those too. I've seen the wallpaper of those and stuff, and yeah, I think they look like those demons kind of stuff. So it can also, I think it may mean more than one thing. First of all, it may mean that there is going to be war, that's for sure. Second thing, it can mean that, and what do we mean by war? There can be a new DLC, but I rarely doubt that. I don't think that CA is going to release another DLC for Warhammer 2. I think this is a sign of Warhammer 3. And second thing it can mean is, yeah, first one, it can be a DLC, which is the possibility of which is very rare, I think. Can be a this thing for dwarfs, or I don't know, DLC for anyone. Second thing it can mean is Warhammer 3 is coming, and because it represents war. Third thing, it can again mean that Warhammer 3 is coming, but this sign, it's not representing war and just war and the dwarfs or whatever, soldiery and stuff. I think this sign, the people which call it Grungy's Baldric, the mage says that basically they are revered by soldiers, dwarfs and dimwits. So to him, dimwits and soldiers and dwarfs are like on the same level because they don't know this stuff. This is what he means. And this sign actually does not mean Grungis Baldric to him, I think. I think it means his puppets of chaos. You see the puppets of chaos, we'll look at that after this. But basically those small demons of chaos, or the small puppets of chaos which those demons release, they look like this. If you have seen this, go check it out on your this thing. They look like this one, so it can mean that. Anyways, moving on. This one. Let's see. We can look at other star signs later on. So there's these many star signs. Also, we don't know whether this one was supposed to appear right now or it has appeared suddenly, because first we saw the Sigmar's comet. So he was being fooled that he was looking at Sigmar's comet, but the magic fooled him. It was an illusion. It was actually Grungis Baldric. So basically the magic, or whoever is like blocking his vision, or whatever magic is blocking his vision, whoever is controlling it, I think that entity or that person or that character or whatever, that whoever the owner of that magic is, or whoever controls it, or the magic itself, it did not want the mages and humans to be prepared for war. Because Grungis Baldric, when they see Grungis Baldric in the sky, they will be prepared for war. So that's why he is saying that he is drunken with rage, and what did he say? Tired and drunk on my rage, my eyes seek to make a fool of me. Do you get what I'm saying? The magic or whatever that was blocking him, it was showing like it was showing him like there's the Sigmar comet, and the actual Sigmar comet may be somewhere else, but the magic was blocking his vision, and it was actually Grungis Baldric. So if he had seen Grungis Baldric, or if other races had seen Grungis Baldric, maybe they would prepare for war, because it's the season of war for them. But it was, I think, blocked by the magic, and it was showing people that it's Sigmar's comet. So I think that because it's Sigmar comet, it was more focused on making fool of the humans and the Empire, these mages, because they did not want them to be prepared. And he says revered by soldiers, dwarfs and dimwits. So basically this is not a good sign for the Empire. This is what he is saying, I think. This is not a good sign. And the way it was blocked, so he's saying there was some kind of mischief going on to keep the humans unprepared, to keep the Empire unprepared, and the mischief has stopped. So I think there's soon going to be a huge invasion of chaos, or whatever, the end times, which you call it. I think this is what it may really mean. So we saw that. Now the next one. Oi, not that. Heat the heavens. Let's see what the next next teasers tell us.
Heed the heavens. Heed the heavens. Heed the heavens. And heed them I shall, and I am certain to find them once again lacking of anything worthy of my heeding. Sigmar tests me, though there is little left for him to test. The Piper. Today you show me the Piper. We shan't see the third constellation tomorrow. I'm sure of it.
Okay, so there's like series of constellation. Let's look at the Piper now. The Piper, Sangist. Classical name is Sangist. Sign of the trickster. See, there's some kind of trickery going on. See, I was right. Kind of. Piper is one of the star signs of the old world. It is a sign of trickster, appearing as a capering piper. and is in ascendance during autumn. People born under it are known to be diplomatic, cunning, and shady. See, this means there's some kind of trickery going on. Like the empire's mages and everyone is being fooled of what's really coming. So there's some kind of trickery. And sign of the Piper has always been regarded with some suspicion. Astrologers believe great leaders are born under this sign, but also great traitors as well. Some even believe they are the one and the same, just like politicians. So yeah, we were correct about the first one. It was a trickery to show Sigmar's comment, but it was actually Grungy's project. Piper tend to be willing to negotiate in most situations, trying to look for a happy medium. But these characters also negotiate deals at any cost, even playing the two sides against each other or tricking one side to achieve the desired goal. So what I think is, either the first sign, the way it was, either the Empire was being tricked for long period of time, or it means that there's some kind of trickery going on, and they said that they can do this at any cost. So all the tricksters, I think the tricksters are Skaven, of course, vampires. Who else is a trickster? Elves are not tricksters, are they? The dark elves? I don't know. So there is a possibility that the factions or the leaders or whatever, the characters in the Warhammer world, someone is doing some trickery. Or it can also mean another thing. Let's say the end times are coming and all the evil forces want to invade the Warhammer, whatever that world is called, Earth or whatever the planet you call it as. So they can negotiate with the people who are like on the Earth. I'll call it Earth because I don't know what it is called as in Warhammer world, whatever our planet is called. So the evil forces want to invade, but the smart ones in the evil forces, probably the higher ranking ones, the demons and whatever, they want to enter the world, and they are willing to do it at any cost. So you see, you need to understand something. When someone cuts a deal with you, and if he is a very good negotiator and very smart person, he will always cut the deal which is favorable to him. He will never do it which is at his loss. So he may do it at any cost, but it must be in some way favorable to him. So I think the demons may be tricking. They may be doing some kind of illusion, some kind of trick with some of the naive factions or leaders, or stuff like that, to gain access or to gain energies to maybe enter this world. What do you think? The demons may be trying to trick themselves as someone good with some naive factions or factions which can be fooled, or whatever, some people which can be fooled, to gain something in their favor. So they may make wars between two factions, like trick them into thinking they are fools of each other. Most probably it's going to be the Empire, because the Hawkland and Talabek land and all those fools, they keep fighting. So maybe that can happen, or maybe they may create a war between the elves and dwarfs. That can happen. Or who else is there? Yeah, I think those are the two things which can happen. So also there's Grungi's Baldric. So Grungi's Baldric means war. There's the Piper, which means trickery. So the first sign which we looked at, it meant war. So there can be a war between two factions. So there's going to start a war. I think this is what they are going to do. In Warhammer 2, they will first get an update. We'll get an update where war will break out between two factions or two races because of trickery of someone else, or there's soon going to be a war with whatever the evil forces which are soon going to invade. So there's soon going to be a war between those evil factions and all the people on the good people on the earth, good factions, good races on the earth. So this can mean two things: war between two races, because war means Grungi, and between two races because the Piper says, let's see, these characters also negotiate deals, even playing the two sides against each other or tricking one side to achieve desired result. You see? So this can mean two things. There's going to be war between two races or factions. War means Grungi's Baldric, and between two factions because the Piper, some trickster, is going to trick two factions or races to go into war with each other. Or there's going to be, and the last line says, or tricking one side to achieve the desired goal. Or the evil forces may trick someone naive on this world to give them, maybe they may require some power to enter the world. So to achieve the desired result, I think Skaven are always hungry for warp stones. So maybe the evil forces can use Skaven to give them, collect all the warp stones on their behalf because they are so hungry for warp stone. And eventually they will take this power, promising them something else, and they will basically tricking them, and then the evil forces will enter the world. What do you think? I have not read Warhammer lore, by the way. I have never read the books, but this is just a review and reaction, and we can say we are dissecting the teaser video. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Let's see what's the next one.
Fancy of... It mustn't be correct. A mere fancy of fate. If that is true, why does my mind churn so? Yes, as to be expected. Very good. Very good indeed. Can't be. The drama, visible only in the autumn months, defies reality and hangs within the sky simply to taunt me.
So the mage is a fool to me because he's the drummer. Let's see. Sign of excess and hedonism. Sign of old world, sign of excess and hedonism appears as a drum and is in ascendance during late summer or early autumn. People born and are known to be excessive, hedonistic, and celebratory, viewed differently throughout the empire. Some see it as a sign of celebration, whilst others believe it to be a sign of steady decline of man towards chaos. See, a character born under this sign tends to be extreme in any decision he makes, taking things further than most. Hedonism comes from ancient Greek for pleasure. Psychological or motivational hedonism claims that only pleasure or pain motivates us. Ethical, okay. Sensual pleasures. Oh, so I think someone is, yeah. So basically this is what it is. People, I think the empire or the good armies are so going to be immersed in their own sensual pleasures and all the hedonistic behavior and excess of celebration and stuff that they forgot that there can be war and they have not prepared for war. So I think this means this thing that you are not prepared. just like the Warhammer, no, not Warhammer, Warcraft. What's that guy's name? You know, there are two brothers. He says, "You are not prepared," just like that. Many times I realized there's so similarities between these two lores and stuff. But anyways, this hedonistic, this thing means that people will be very much engaged in their own sensual pleasures and own all of their whatever celebration and stuff, that they will be completely unprepared for what's coming. And I think they are tricked into believing that nothing's happening. They are tricked into believing that nothing's happening uh, by some trickster. But war is coming. Grungis Baldric says war is coming. Piper says there's a trickery going on to start a war, or trickery going on. See, this can only mean two things: trickery going on to start a war, or trickery going on to keep people unaware that the war is coming. And here the drummer confirms that it is to keep people unaware that the war is coming. Or people are, yeah, but this is not a sign of confusion, this is a sign of celebration and stuff. So this removes the other option, and this means only one thing, that Warhammer 3 is coming. So this is confirmed. Basically the end time, that war is coming. So people are excessively into their pleasures and stuff, so they are unaware, they are tricked into believing nothing's going on, but they have to prepare for war because war is coming. Interesting, kind of, but not that interesting. This should have been more, you know, there should have been something more mystery to it. I think this one, it's plain in our face. This one lacks mystery. But let's look at.
By Sigma, it's really happening, isn't it? The fourth constellation. Is there a fourth?
Fourth constellation.
The Azir continues to frenzy, and my
Fourth constellation. Let's look at what that constellation was. Let's look at what the fourth constellation. We're gonna have to check out all those. This one? Nope. Not this one. Not the cross. We have drummer, Piper, Baldrix, this thing. Not this one. I think it can mean this one, because it is not fully drawn. So it can be Gnuthus the Ox. Let's look at more. Gnuthus the Ox. Definitely not this one. Nope, not Dragomas. Drummer, okay. Gnuthus. This can be Gnuthus Ox. Not Gloaming. The Dancer. Nope. I was thinking maybe it is inversely. It is inverse, upside down. But the legs are not straight. Not the Dancer. Tubulux. This can be it. This can be 2 bullocks, but this one goes this way, and this one goes this way, and this one goes in bullocks. This is like this, and this is something, yes, straight. So this, it should be this way. So probably it's not 2 bullocks. Very close, but not 2 bullocks. Drummer we already saw. Viper we saw. Warpist the Faint. Having no stars and instead of appearing as an empty spot in the heavens, darkness and uncertainty. Are known to be ambiguous, erratic, and uncertain. Broken cart, greased coat. Broken cart, nope. Not broken cart. Greased coat. Denied passion. Nothing matches that. Nothing matches the greased coat. Raya's Cauldron. Hey! Hey! This is Raya's Cauldron. Or it is Gnathus. But no, this is very, very clear. Gnathus cannot. This one is horizontal, so it cannot be Gnathus. This is Raya's Cauldron. Confirmed. Let's look at the remaining 3. Nope. Nope. As a single bright star. Nope. Raya's Cauldron. So next one. Raya's Cauldron is one of the stars of the old world. It is the sign of mercy, death, creation, appearing as a cauldron, and is in the ascendants during early winter. People born under it also known to be righteous, fearless, and merciful. The highly revered star sign Raya's Cauldron is associated with all aspects of nature by astrology. All aspects of nature. Characters born on the sign are known to view death as merely the next step on a journey. They are fearless when fighting and merciful to less fortunate innocents. Merciful to less fortunate innocents. They will vehemently take steps to cleanse the world of mutants wherever possible. So I think So I think this may define someone. This may indicate someone which is related to nature, which can be the wood elves. Someone who is very fearless yet merciful to the less fortunate or less fortunate innocents. Fearless and merciful. Who would that be? Oh, wait a second. One thing Wait a second. Why are there so many maps? But wait a second, let's see. Warhammer World. Show me the global map. Kingdom of Ind. That's like India. And Grand Cathay. So we know Araby and we know Southland. Ogre Kingdom, Darkland. So there's Cilia, there's the Empire. And we only know this much of the land. This is like whole another world. Dude, this is going to be huge. There's the Darkland. Baldric's, this thing can also mean those evil dwarfs. What are they called? Evil dwarfs. You know those evil dwarfs, what are they called? But wait a second, let me look at this one. Raya's Cauldron. Raya's Cauldron means sign of mercy, death, creation, appearing as cauldron. So Lord, let's look at someone who may be similar to Raya's Cauldron.
The Azir continues to frenzy, and my research leads me to the drummer, a scientific impossibility given the time of year. Further study revealed Raya's Cauldron also. I am beyond reason. There is no reasoning with the forces of fantasy. Though I loathe to admit it, the time has dawned. Sigma, protect us all.
The time has dawned, meaning the time has come. Corn. So many people have already put those. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. So this just does not mean end times. I think these means new factions. So Grungis Baldric means those evil dwarfs. Races. Chaos dwarfs. Oh my god. Chaos dwarfs. Dwarf Lorekeeper. They wish to make the world a place of smoky darkness where hope and cheer are crimes punishable by immediate slavery and slow torture. Endless greed that neither time nor wealth can even ever abate. They committed blasphemy by turning away from the ancestor gods and practicing magic. Magic, I tell you, they are our greatest shame and they will be dealt with in time. Kranich and Laxon, dwarf people. Chaos dwarfs are also known as black dwarfs, Utskuld Drazar or Davizar, which means fire dwarfs. Fire dwarfs. As an industrious, dark-souled and merciless warriors of demon smiths, slavers and brutal killers that dominate the dark and cheerless landscape of Darklands. Oh, so here we're gonna come across Chaos Dwarfs. This is going to be huge. There's the Chaos Wasteland. We know all of this map. We are going to come across Chaos Dwarfs. Chaos Dwarfs, the first faction, I think the one which will come across. That's why there's Grungis Baldric. Then let's look at the next one. Races, Chaos Dwarfs. Forces of Death, Vampire Counts, Tomb Kings. Empire, Britonia, Dwarfs, High Elves, Wood Elves, Lizardmen. Hordes of Chaos, Demons. Beastmen, Skaven. What are demons? So when Sigmar's crown is sundered, his hammer shattered, and his divinity revealed as the mockery that is, the legions of chaos will pour forth from the wood far from the north. Whenever they tread, the ground will blacken, and what they touch will wither to dust and blow away. And when they seek, all will bow before their might, and these finally the world shall die and make their way for the new, the beautiful, and ever-changing. Legions of Chaos, extraction from Tomb of Corruption. Demons of Chaos, also known as Legion of Chaos, the arch enemy, the great beast, or simply just demons, not to be confused with other kinds of demons, are malevolent, outwardly entities born from the deepest and darkest emotions of all mortal creatures. Yeah, because of the Warhammer lore, whatever the bad thoughts we have, they are formed as demons with those energies, something like that. From their fortress and places within the realm of chaos, these entities watch with envious eyes towards mortal kingdoms, waiting with unblinking patience for their chance to wreak destruction and dismay. Many forces we permeate, both emotional and natural otherwise. There are but only four which uphold supreme power within the plane of unnatural existence: power or anger, lust or pleasure, death or despair, and change and hope are the four greatest forces which have enthralled the world in its grip. For in a world engulfed with such amounts of war, corruption, disease, their dark presence. These dark emotions and thoughts fuel the main gods of chaos. Khorn, the blood god, Slaanesh, Dark Prince, Nurgle, Plague Father, and Zintek, the Changer of Ways. Let's look at him. Khorn, also known as Karnet, the Blood God, Lord of Murder and Hunter of Souls. Chaos God of War, Honor, Courage, Rage, Strength, and Hate. Okay. So he is Khorn. Let's look at his location. On one side of his nature, Khorn is embodied of honor and courage, and a man that put his faith in Khorn is just likely to be an honorable warrior. As he is a blood-crazed killer, and oftentimes he will be both at the same time. Warriors of Khorn, through gore, take no artful approach for killing, for such indulgent disciplines serve only to empower Slaanesh, the honorless adversary of Khorn, amongst the company of the gods. Though gore-maddened berserkers all take no artful approach to killing, it is also due to warrior code of the devotees of Khorn, who believe it is solemn right of every warrior to die an honorable death in battle with sword and an axe in hand. Khorn is the second eldest and perhaps the mightiest of the gods of chaos. Okay, so maybe Grungisba Aldrich, maybe Khorn, as said by that guy. Yeah, Piper is Zentek. Let's look at next one. We saw Khorn. Let's look at his location on the map. So we saw Khorn, Slaanesh, seductive mark of Slaanesh. So this one belongs to those armies of pleasure or what are dark elves. Dark Prince, Prince of Pleasure, Lord of Excess. Lord of Excess. So this one is the drummer. Excessive. So Slanesh is Lord of Excess. Oh, okay. You see these, where are they? Where are the Dark Elves? Cult of Pleasure.
I seek my birthright.
You see this? You see this? You see this?
Ulthuan will be mine.
Okay, Lord of Excess is related to Dark Elves, Cult of Pleasure.
Only I dare.
We shall.
Ulthuan will yield.
We will drown this world.
Okay. Wow, this is much more deeper than we thought. This is much more deeper. Most jealous god, most demanding of lovers, and my thirst for you shall never satisfy. So Slanesh is the drummer. Nurgle, Plague Lord, Lord of Pestilence, Fly Lord. Urfather, decay, destruction, death, rebirth. Most directly involved in the plight of mortals, particularly humans, who suffer so acutely from a fear of death. Indeed, Nurgle is undoubtedly the oldest of war gods. Expectedly also personification of rebirth. So rebirth, mercy, death, creation. This can mean something. Decay is simply one part of cycle of life without which no new life could be. You see? Nurgle also personifies preservance and survival. While those who wish to spread decay and corruption are certainly amongst his followers, like Skaven, I think. There are also those who wish to endure to become tough enough to handle the difficulties. Affected Nuggle's boxes usually turn to him in order to escape the pain caused by an uncaring world. No, sorry. Nuggles usually escape the pain caused by sickness and disease, and while other three-god scares have little to care for their followers. It is Nurgle who places an uncommon love, admiration, and faith upon those. So that's why he's also merciful. Faith upon those that would follow his blighted footsteps. Kind of. Least worship in the north. Nurgle's worship is only done when plagues and diseases are prevalent amongst people, for to do so otherwise would simply bring the same disease upon their lands. In this dire state, northern tribes would often appease Nurgle by offering a gift or sacrifice that would spare them from his disease. Those that embrace these gifts are given unbelievable constitution against all disease and against even mortal weapons. Only the most powerful weapons or the most lethal of the wounds can ever have a chance to bring a follower of Nurgle down for good. Even to get close to such followers would often bring death to the aggressor himself. Wow. Nurgle. Nurglite warriors. So there I see the plague worlds. God, okay. So Nurgle can basically mean the drummer. No, sorry, not the drummer. Riot's Cauldron. So Nurgle will be the last one. And they said something about eldest of how many gods? Eldest of 4 chaos gods. So there's the 4 signs for 4 chaos gods. Okay, for Grungi is that guy. Grungi was whom? Khorn. Grungi's Baldric was Khorn. I'll put him here. The drummer is Slaanesh. The drummer is Slaanesh. The piper we don't know. Raz Cauldron is Nurgle. Raz Cauldron in Nurgle. And Zench, this one is all left. हाँ एक मिनट था. So what does this mean? I watch you, I see the hatred, the eye, ever-changing mark of Zench. Zench. I don't know how to pronounce it. Zench, also known as Char, the Windlord, Raven God, Changer of Ways, and Great Conspirator. Changer of Ways. Great Conspirator. So maybe the Piper is Zench, because he is the only one who remains. Rules on his towering throne of bones and marrow. Nurgle. Khorn the Blood God rules on his towering throne of bone and marrow. Nurgle the Fly Lord gives blessings of disease. Slaanesh the Preserve, perverse Lord of Pleasure, corrupts from inside. And misguided Lord of Flesh. Zench the Lord of Change hides his power. Powers the least, transforming all that embrace or oppose his reach. All of these ruinous powers are mere lies. But to ignore these lies results in transformation, corruption, and death. So, Zench. Just a sec. Overlord says, I love the Indian culture. The trailer comes today. Yeah, dude. I love the Indian culture too. Even though, I mean, obviously I'm from India, but yeah, still. because I've looked at other people's culture and I don't want to judge. I think like many people are just um, I don't want to comment on other people's culture anyways. So as I was saying, I need to switch off the camera for some one moment. I'll be right back.
television advertisements. I think Eat Fresh is a great slogan. They managed to convince an entire continent, if not the globe, that eating a foot of bread was somehow good for you.
Okay, so I'm back, and yeah, let me do some things. And I'm gonna have to adjust this one again. So, uh, yeah, we were looking at this, and I read some of the comments. Interesting stuff. People are hyped for this game, and yeah, I think where were we? So, Rungi's Baldric is core. This is the conclusion. Rungi's Baldric is Korn. Drummer is this guy Slanish, because he's the god of excess and pleasure. Piper, I don't know. Rai's Cauldron is Norgal, which is going to be the last one, as this is the last constellation which appeared to him. And Piper is Zencht, however he is pronounced. Lot of change. So there's a lot of this that we can cover. But yeah, I think this was it. So basically, we know now what's coming. And also there's other factions too, which they have not revealed yet. So yeah, I always wondered why this part of the map, why was their faction such powerful in such a small island on this part of the map? So we're gonna be, this part of the map is going to be revealed, and also the dark land. I guess they have like crunched the map in such a way that whatever, this part and this part went like here, this one came here, this one came here somewhere, and they just cut this map and they have given us the left side of the map. So now we are gonna have new provinces. There's going to be Kingdom of Ind, Grand Cathay, Eastern Steppes, there's Ogre Kingdom, Dark Lord, there's going to be the Chaos Dwarfs. Ogre Kingdom gonna have more Ogre, I guess. Dragon Island, whatever that is. We know that Cult of Pleasure, whatever that. So that faction, we have that.
I will say,
I will have Kraken Lord of Carrant Car, son of Hag Grief.
Milas Darkblade. So we have those on Dragon Isles. And there's City of Spines or something. or is it City of Squires? So I think I'll do each of these new chaos cards. I'll do different videos on each of these chaos cards and stuff. Right now, let's look at the remaining factions which we will be able to see. In the new Warhammer 3 universe. Geography. Counterpart to the northern chaos waste. So there is also southern waste of chaos. Wow. So there's northern waste, land of chill. This actually reveals some even further stuff. This one is southern waste of chaos. We haven't seen this one. So I think this will be a DLC in Warhammer 3. And I think in Warhammer 3, new factions will be the Cathay, Kingdom of Cathay, Kingdom of End, Darkland, Lost Isles of Elithis, Nippon. So these will be the new factions and new territories. And there will be northern waste, southern waste. We haven't seen Turtle Islands in Lustria, I think. This is going to be really interesting one. This will be like final addition to Warhammer World. Southern lands. South of the old world, beyond the mysterious realm of Arabai. So there's Arabai and stuff. There's the mountains, the Great Mountains. This is where those dwarfs are. Zlatland, this is where the empire is, right? Jungles of the gods. Tor Elasor, Tower of Star, Tower of Sun. And there is the Kingdom of End. Interesting stuff. So I think in Warhammer 3, Hunt Marshal's expedition or Southern Land, right? Southern Land will get to play a good part. Southern Land or something like. Sotek and Teotihuacan, those lizard men will play a good part. The whatever the skull boys, what are they called? The dead ones. They will play some good part. They will all, I think they were like pushed out away from the map. They were like irrelevant. I guess not relevant to a lot of people. I think irrelevant to me because they were like so pushed in the corners and stuff, and I didn't want to play that. Because when I play Mortal Empires, I wanted to play the Mortal Empire map, you know. So in third Warhammer's this thing addition, Warhammer 3 basically, we're gonna see all of that. And when Warhammer 3 releases, all these factions will be more relevant, you can say, more relevant to us again. All the, what's that, Nagash and whatever the one with bones, undead ones, the skeleton ones, whatever, fuck, I don't remember their name. But those guys will be relevant again. And Malus Darkblade is going to be a huge, because he's like in the center of the Mortal Empire map and the new map. He's in the center of that. So this one is going to be a big one. I better purchase him. Skaven are just Skaven. I was talking about these guys. Tomb Kings. Yeah, I think Tomb Kings were kind of just there, stagnant, irrelevant. Maybe they may play a part, but maybe it's possible that they'll just remain stagnant stagnant in that part, because I feel they were like, they are just stagnant race, Tomb Kings. Nothing to see there.
The monstrous. I am the supreme patriarch.
So I think we will get to see to the some part to the Turtle Islands to the west of Lustria. We will get to see new Turtle Islands. And where's the southern land or whatever that is called? Where's the empire? Where's the fucking empire?
My blade is ready. I never fail.
Where the fuck is empire, dude? Where's the empire?
Sigma's will.
So Kingdom of Ind and Kingdom of Cathay. Let's look at that. What I should do is oh, so that the background is not an interference. But yeah, I think I lost the angle of camera when I switched it off. Anyways, it should be a little bit okay. Uh, just a second, let me do some stuff. Just a sec, guys. Let me do some stuff. Um, Shit. But yeah, uh, let's look at races now. Let's look at the races. I'll switch on display capture. So there's the Chaos Dwarfs, there's Demons of Chaos, there's Skaven, there's Dark Elves. I'm looking at all the possible factions which may get. There's the Chaos Dwarfs. Very well, no. I think I should stop the video because we are going deeper into some other stuff. So I'll just end the live stream here. Thank you for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, comment. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was very interesting. We got to uncover a lot of teaser and stuff. And yeah, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in next video. Bye bye.